as a decimal. Well, if you have, let me make this not fuzzy. Okay, if you have 65 over 100 or 65 divided by 100, as a decimal, it's 65 hundredths. Okay, you go out 2 decimal places, and that's 65 hundredths. All right, next one. If you have 90 over 100, it's 90 hundredths. So it's 0.90. It's 90 hundredths. All right, look at the next one. Look at letter C. If you have 140 over 100, you have 140 hundredths. But notice that you have more. This number is larger than 100. So you actually have 1.40. You have 1 total hundredths, 1 whole, and 40 left over. So it's 1.40. Okay? Now, if you think about a half, if you think about a half of something, a half of $1, okay, 1/2 of that is just 0.50 or 50 cents. Okay. 1/4 as a decimal is 0.25. Think about 1/4 out of 4, and you know that 4 make $1. Okay. Take a look at the next one. The next one is 3/4. 3/4 as a decimal is 0.75. Once again, think money. Money's always important. 3/4 out of 4 is going to give you 75 cents. Okay. All right. 5/4. Well, if you would simplify this, because there's more than 4 in the numerator, so you know there's a whole in there. 1 whole. 5 divided by 4. 5 divided by 4. 4 goes into 5 one time. There's 1 whole. 1 times 4 is 4. You got 1 left over. 1 then becomes your numerator, and 4 is your denominator. So it's 1 1/4. But as a decimal, it's 1.25 because it's 1/4 out of 4. Okay. 3/2 can be simplified into 1 1/2. And then as a decimal, it's 1.5. Okay? All right, moving on. You guys are doing great. Take a look at this. If you have 6.389 plus 0.23, notice the important thing is when you add decimals is that you line up, you line up the decimals. Okay? I lined up my decimals. Everything looks nice and neat. We're ready to go. You notice there's nothing here. There's no number there. Well, numerically, if there's no number there, you can always add in a 0 because it just represents there's nothing there. Okay. So when you add, just add your columns. 9 plus 0 is 9. 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry your 1. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. Bring down your decimal and bring down your next number, and your answer should be 6.619. Okay? All right, now you're going to subtract. So write down your first number, 1.95 minus or subtract 0.99. Now look, I went ahead and I made sure that I lined up my decimals. Okay? And when I subtract, I need to, let's see here, go ahead and borrow. 15 minus 9 is 6. 8 minus 9 I can't do. So that becomes 18 minus 9. Okay, so you get 0.96. All right, good job. Next one. All right. Take a look at Thursdays. Here's Thursdays. Which is larger, 5 squared or 3 cubed? Well, 5 squared is 5 times 5. Okay, it's not 5 times 2. It's not 5 times 2. It's 5 times 5. It's 5 times 5. All right, and then this one is 3 cubed. So that's 3 times 3 times 3. It's not 3 times 3. That's not it. Okay, this is saying 3 times. 5 2 times. 5 multiplied by itself by 5 2 times. Okay. So now they want to know which one is larger. That's our question. Is this or this going to be larger? Well, 5 times 5 is 25. And 3 cubed is 3 times 3, which is 9. Then 9 times 3 is 27. So this one is larger. Okay? All right, a cube has an edge length of 21. So if I have a cube here, and the edge, one edge, is 21 centimeters. Use an exponent to express its volume. Okay. Well, just say that the cube has some value for the volume. The volume would always have to go cubed, okay? Because you're talking about capacity. You're filling this in, so it's cubed. Okay? All right. Pira bought these items at a grocery store. Find the unit price. Anytime you guys use a unit price, you can always use the calculator. All right, what's it say? 12 eggs for $3. How much is the cost per one egg? Okay. Not my calculator. Here we go. All right, so if you want to find out what it is per one egg, you want to put in the money first, your cost, divided by item. So put in your cost, which is $3, 3.00, divided by 12. And then it looks like I get 0.25, which is 25 cents. So it's $3 divided by 12 equals 0.25 or a quarter. Okay? Look at the next one. The next one says 3 pounds of peanuts for $7.50. How much is the cost per 1 pound? Okay? Per 1 pound. So to figure that out, you want to do cost divided by item. So you start with your money, put it in your calculator. 7.50 or $7.50 divided by 3, 2.5, or in money it's $2.50. So it's $7.50 divided by 3. Okay. Next one. 4 rolls of toilet paper. 4 rolls of toilet paper for $2. How much is the cost per 1 roll? Okay. So you want to start with your cost. So you start with $2 divided by 4. So $2, 2.00 divided by 4. So each one is 50 cents. Okay, look at the next one. 10 apples for $3.50. How much is the cost per one apple? So it's 3.50 divided by 10, 35 cents. So it's 3.50 divided by 10 equals 35 cents. Okay. Good job. Friday. Friday. All right, here we go. $70 for 8 dinners. All right, that's a fair price. The rate is just what it is, 70 to 8 dinners. Okay, the unit rate's something different, something special. It has to go to 1. Okay? Has to go to 1. So you want to start with your money. 70 divided by 8 equals 8.75 or $8.75 for 1 meal. Okay? That's not bad. I'd pay that for dinner if it was good. All right, look at 2. Fraction. What is your fraction? Well, there's 3 parts that are shaded to the total, which is 100. So it's the part that's shaded versus the total. Okay? All right, the decimal. If you have 3 hundredths, it's 3 hundredths. Okay? 3 hundredths. The ratio is 3 to 100. The percent's always out of 100, so it's just 3%. Okay, here we go. Here's the next one. What is the surface area? The surface area is the total area of all of the shapes. Okay, you can start wherever you want. I usually start on the floor and say the floor is a square. You know it's length times width, so it's 10 times 10, which is 100. Okay. And then you have all these triangle sides, or the walls, and they're right here. Okay. So to figure out the walls, you want to do base, which is 10, times the height, which is listed right there. So it's 10 times 8 equals 80. But we have to divide it in half because it's a triangle, so it's only 40. So each one is 40. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. So 40 times 4 is 160. So you want to add that to your floor. So my floor was 100. Each triangle was 40. And I have 4 of those. So 4 sets of 40 is 160. Okay, you want to add that together. Your total is 260 meters squared. All right, good job. Last one. Let's start right here. To get from 20 to 10, what do you have to do? You have to divide by 2. So divide by 2 up here. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now from here to here, you have to look for a relationship. 12 divided by something, 4 is 3. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Okay? All right, so then we just have to fill these in. So it looks like 6 to 10, 12 to 20. This should be 3 to 5. What's this one? 12 to 20. And they want you to figure out this one. Okay. Or maybe that's one that's unknown. I would just put an X there. I wouldn't worry about it. All right. Last one. Here's your integer. The opposite is negative 31. The opposite is positive 15. The opposite is positive 18. Okay? The absolute value is 31. The absolute value is negative 15. The absolute value is negative 18. Okay? When you think of absolute value, think about distance. And distance is always positive, no matter if you're going forwards, positive, or backwards, negative. Okay? So the absolute value of all these is just the number itself. So like the absolute value for this is 31, this is 15, this is 18. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive because it's like you're traveling forwards or backwards. That's all these positive and negatives are telling you. It's either like you're going forwards or backwards, but either way, you're going distance. Okay? All right, guys. Good job. See you later. Bye.